Hello everybody, welcome to another edition of Sector 5. I'm your host, as always, Cody the Hangman Heinzman, and it's that time again. Time to talk about a pay-per-view. What pay-per-view are we talking about? We're talking about Summerslam. It just finished up, and I'm here to give the review for said pay-per-view. Again, we're going to follow the same format that I did for the predictions. So I will talk about the matches the way I talked about them in the predictions. As usual, well, maybe not as usual, but WWE did add a few matches to the kickoff show. So I'm going to talk about those two matches first, and then I will follow my format. It's going to be a little interesting. But, anywho, let's get started with the kickoff show. One of the matches that was added, we had a 12-man tag team match. We had on one side the Usos, the Hype Bros, and American Alpha versus the teams of the Vaudevillains, the Ascension, and Breezango. Winner of that was Usos, Hype Bros, and American Alpha. It was interesting the way they won, too. American Alpha did their tag team move, and as they were doing it, Uso tagged himself in, Jey Uso, and he did the splash off top rope and got the victory. This, of course, is leading up to the fact that a tag team title is coming to SmackDown some point. The next pay-per-view is coming up soon, so most likely we'll be seeing some development of leading up to Backlash. I wasn't going to say the title, but there you go. Backlash is the thing. Next matchup that was added to the pre-show match, we had Sami Zayn and Neville versus the Dudley Boys. Winner of that match was Sami Zayn and Neville. So now, on to matches that I actually predicted. And of course, these are not going to be in the order that they were presented on SummerSlam. This is the order that I talked about them when I did the predictions. I did SmackDown non-title matches first, and then I did Raw non-title matches second. So the first match that we're going to talk about, we had John Cena versus AJ Styles. Winner of this match, AJ Styles. Did the club get involved? No. AJ Styles fairly, 1-on-1, beat John Cena. What's to come? Who knows? We'll have to see. Next match we have to talk about is, and if I got the numbers right, let me see. Yes. Next match we have to talk about is Becky Lynch, Camilla, and Naomi versus the team of Natalya, Alexa Bliss, and Eva Marie. Wait, did I say Eva Marie? No, never mind. Nikki Bella. If you've been watching, Eva Marie's been going through all these dumb things on how she's going to debut. So, who knows if we'll ever actually see her in a match. It's whatever. So they came and they said their usual blah blah blah, she's not participating. So instead, here's Nikki Bella to come out. And the winners of that match was Natalya, Alexa Bliss, and Nikki Bella. Which solidifies the fact that Nikki Bella is a SmackDown diva now. Which also leads up to the fact that there's no women's title on SmackDown. One is in the works. So, that's the end of the non-title SmackDown matches, so we're going to go into Raw now. This is the one match that I missed. I had a little difficulties watching the beginning of this pay-per-view. I was busy for the pre-show, so I didn't watch many of the kickoff matches. The only one I watched of the kickoff match was the 6-man match. I did not watch Sami Zayn and Neville and the other one that we haven't talked about yet, but we'll soon talk about. As I said, it's going to be weird. Enzo Amore and Big Cass versus Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens. I didn't really finish my statement on why I had the difficulties. Not only was I busy during the pre-show, but also had some difficulties with the WWE Network. I usually go to a buddy's house to watch. He got rid of his internet, and he was trying to bounce internet from his neighbor's house, which is a friend of his, trying to bounce it over to his house, and it wasn't working. So I came back home, and when I came back home, a later match we were going to talk about, the women's title match, was what was going on. So I missed Enzo Amore, Big Cass versus Jericho and Kevin Owens. But I know the winner of the match was Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho. Apparently, they worked good. They were a good team. They did it. Words are hard. Next up is the last match that was on the kickoff show. Again, I know I said it a few times. I'm going in the order that I did the predictions and not particularly the order that the matches happened. So the last of the kickoff matches, we had Cesaro versus Sheamus in the beginning of their best of 7. So over the next few weeks, we're going to see 7 matches featuring Cesaro and Sheamus. Winner of this match was Sheamus. Next up on the docket, we have the last of the non-title matches. We have Brock Lesnar versus Randy Orton. Oi. You know, I should know better than to be excited to see a Brock Lesnar match. Brock Lesnar won by TKO. Now, for those people who might just watch wrestling and does not watch UFC or have not played the game Punch-Out or have not done anything boxing-wise, TKO is, Bo?
Boxing.
TKO. What was it?
Total knockout.
Total knockout. There we go. Bo the Crusher Becker's in the background. Say hi, Bo the Crusher Becker.
Hello.
TKO. Total knockout. That is a boxing thing. It's not a WWE thing. Basically what happened is Brock Lesnar hit, after doing about 6-7 suplexes, threw Randy Orton through an announce table, tried to put him through another one. Randy Orton hit the RKO. I'm spoiling this match mainly because it's not worth seeing. Just tell you that. It's sad to say it's not worth seeing. Randy Orton then get back in the ring. Randy Orton hits another RKO on Lesnar. Tries to go for his patented punt kick. He gets hit with an F5. And then Brock Lesnar just starts beating him down with his elbow. Busts Randy Orton open. He's spewing blood. I know, graphic. Sorry. I didn't mean to be graphic. But it's spewing blood. And they rule it a TKO. Total knockout. TKO is not wrestling. It's boxing. It's a boxing match. So there's that. Can you tell I'm a little upset? And I'm not going to be thrilled for another Lesnar match ever again. I've said this before. One pay-per-view, I really wanted to see it because Brock Lesnar was facing the Big Show. I really wanted to see the match. And what happened during that match? Brock Lesnar came out and hit Big Show with the chair before the match even started many times, and the match never even happened. I should have learned my lesson there, but I didn't. So, Brock Lesnar, TKO, not WWE. Whatever. And the icing on the cake, Shane McMahon tried to come out and stop what he's doing, and he F5'd Shane McMahon. So that was the thing too. Anywho, let's talk about title matches, shall we? Again, I did SmackDown title matches and then Raw title matches. So let's get started. We had The Miz versus Apollo Crews for the Intercontinental Championship. Winner of this match was The Miz. He retained. Next up, we had Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler for the WWE World title. I don't know what to call it. WWE SmackDown's WWE title. Whatever. We'll call it that. Ambrose retained. Nonetheless. On to Raw matches, shall we? We had the New Day versus the Club. We expected no New Day. No Big E. But during the match, towards the end, the Club did their Magic Killer, or whatever their move is, on Xavier Woods, and Jon Stewart got involved because he was supposed to be their replacement Big E for the night. So he came in the ring, and the Club looked like they were going to give Jon Stewart some ringitis. And for those who may not have been following, that is what happened to Big E, where your junk gets hit against the ring post. I had no other way to think of putting it, but they almost did that to Jon Stewart, who comes out to the rescue, none other than Big E, which the Club won the match by disqualification. But, of course, still your WWE World Tag Team Champions, the New Day, is still New Day. So there's that. New Day lost, but they're still champion. Yay. Next up, we had Sasha Banks versus Charlotte for the Women's Championship. Winner of this match and the new Women's Champion, Charlotte. I don't know. Next up, we had Rusev versus Roman Reigns. Not really for the United States Championship. And what I mean by that is Rusev attacked Roman Reigns before the match started. We had a big brawl ensue. Eventually, it ended with Roman Reigns hitting Rusev with a chair, and then they sent him to the back, and that's when they said Rusev couldn't compete. Then a few minutes later, as Rusev was trying to come back, walk up the ramp, you had Roman Reigns just kind of slowly walk in, and then just boom with a spear. And so there was that. United States Championship match didn't even happen. Which leads us to Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor for the WWE Universal Championship. First ever WWE Universe Champion. Winner of this match and your first ever champion, Finn Balor. Now, the one thing to say about the WWE Universal Universal Championship, WWE is really losing creativity. The WWE Universal Championship is just the WWE World Heavyweight Championship recolored red on the inside. And it says Universal Championship on the bottom. That's it. Nothing new. Just like the Women's Championship is just the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Colored pink and white for females. That's what the Universal one is. Red. It's red. I was hoping for something creative. In the words of Proton John, you guys won't know who Proton John is, but for those who might know who Proton John is, I had hope it was a mistake. So, that was the rundown for SummerSlam. How many matches did I get right? Drum roll, please. 3. There were 13 matches, I got 3 right. What matches did I get right? Cesaro and Sheamus. Brock Lesnar and Randy Orton. I said Brock Lesnar was going to win. I didn't think it was going to be TKO, boxing. But there's that. And what was that? Ambrose versus Ziggler. Those were the 3 matches I got right. So, there's that. That is all for the SummerSlam predictions. And just a reminder for anyone who may have not watched my schedule video, I put out a schedule talking about things that are to come with the brand split. There are now SmackDown only and Raw only pay-per-views. I talked about the SmackDown one earlier, Backlash. So the next pay-per-view predictions you're going to get is Backlash predictions, which is the SmackDown only. I got my own little notebook for it. It's not this notebook. I got another notebook. It's over there. That's why I'm not fiddling to grab it. But there's a notebook over there that says SmackDown on it for SmackDown pay-per-views. And I'll be bringing you the Backlash predictions. Those are September 7th, if I'm not mistaken. I'm checking right now. Not 7th. 11th. September 11th. 9/11. Always remember. But yeah. So, on the 6th, I will be doing the pay-per-view predictions for that. So that is 3 weeks from now. So that's that. And the Raw one, just I guess for prosperity's sake, is the 25th. So the 20th, I will be giving you the predictions for Clash of Champions, which is what the Raw one's called. So there's things to look forward to. And as always, I'm Cody the Hangman Heinzman. That's just how it is.